Hello everyone, welcome to the program. This is Politics Today live on Channels Television. I'm Sean Baloye here in Abuja. It's a Friday reading of political crises across the political lines. The PDP, the APC will have their own share of political crisis. And I'm going to be dragging you into that crisis. Well, not literally, but in some sense, for you to have a sense of what exactly is going on in the two political parties. So stick around with me, everyone. Tonight, I'll get you straight into the heart of the matter, and let me get straight into what has become a suspension and counter-suspension. Now, it's begun with the suspension of Mr. Ologbondiyan, who is the National Publicity Secretary of the PDP, and of course the National Legal Advisor of the People's Democratic Party. But it's been how many hours now? About 24 hours since that has happened. But now we are understanding that Mr. Ologbondiyan has come out with a press statement issued indicating that Mr. Damagum and the Secretary of the party have now also been suspended. So it's a suspension and counter-suspension. But a court order has eventually emerged talking about Mr. Damagum and his position as the national chairman of the People's Democratic Party. And the court today is giving an order barring the organs of the party from suspending Mr. Damagum as the national chairman of the party. Well, as that was going on, and all of those activities going on, in Bauchi State, Mr. Damagum, alongside some party leaders, met with the governor of Bauchi State, Senator Bala Mohammed. In that meeting, they were meeting and discussing the future of the party, the issue, the crises, and they came out to brief journalists about what they deliberated on. Let me allow you to listen to Mr. Damagum and Governor Bala Mohammed.
I want to use this opportunity to tell Nigerians that PDP is a brand. It's the only surviving party since 1998. We have tested so many turbulences. We have come out of it strong. And today, we are reorganizing ourselves, uniting ourselves to make sure that come 2027, we take what rightfully belongs to us.
We have discussed everything from relationship, interrelationship, and personal relationship, my friendship with him, and how we have really disagreed on other issues. And we, as I said, we have decided that henceforth we will not allow gap, and we will make sure that we resolve all these issues. We are not recognizing any faction. We are together as a body, and definitely will, at the end of the day, resolve. No faction in the PDP. And that is the benefit of that he is doing to me by coming and agreeing that we should do that. We don't have to tell you our decision, because the final decision does not rest on us, the two of us, but other members that are stakeholders within the PDP, governors, and within the BOT, within the caucus, and other stakeholders.
So, interesting scenario playing out. Politicians, whatever they say behind closed door or in darkness, well, when I say in darkness, because they have nocturnal meetings, so a lot of those things don't actually come to light. And imagine that a lot of people don't know the import of what they discuss in behind closed door. But of course, the details of what happened in court today was the fact that the Federal High Court in Abuja restrained the National Executive Committee of the party and the Board of Trustees of the party from removing Mr. Damagum as the acting national chairman of the party. Now, this is where it gets very interesting. Justice Peter Lifu ordered that no person other than Damagum should be recognized as PDP national chairman until the party's national convention scheduled for December 2025. That is the interesting part. Justice Lifu issued the restraining order against the PDP, NEC, and BOT and others while delivering judgment in a suit instituted against them by Senator Umar El Agash Maina. The judge held that in line with Articles 42, 47, and 67 of the PDP, it is only the national convention of the party and the national officers of that party can be elected, and that is the organ where you have the election of the party officials at that level. Well, according to the court today and Justice Lifo, is that PDP members are bound by the party's constitution and must always act in line with it. Now, the big question is, where lies the suspension of Debo Ologbondiyan and the legal advisor? Where lies the suspension of Mr. Damagum in light of his court order? And what is the way forward for the PDP? Now, don't forget, Mr. Damagum is an acting national chairman who is standing in the absence of Senator Yocha Ayu, who had stepped aside as being the national chairman of the party. So much to talk about this. So there's one man also who is left the National Working Committee, but he has not left in part because he's still very much involved in what goes on. A former journalist, it's laughing, Ologbondiyan, a former National Public Secretary of the PDP. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Sheon,
what is wrong with your party?
Sheon, good evening.
Good evening. What is wrong with your party?
Good evening, Nigeria.
The last time that you were here,
yes,
you were defending that your party is not in crisis. Now, that those who are not describing your party as though it's in crisis, they say it's in chaos.
So before I go into this issue, once again, let me clear, because I'm standing before Nigerians and I'm standing before the world. I am not a former journalist. I am a journalist. I know there's a relationship between journalism, politics, priesthood, because all these are meant to serve the people.
I'm just pulling your leg.
So I'm still in service.
I know it tickles you when I say former journalist. I'm just looking for your trouble.
I'm still absolutely in service. But having said that,
yeah,
you know, like if you listen to Governor Bala Mohammed, and I know you did, he made something very clear that we'll come out of this united.
That's like almost, and that's what we hear every time.
And that is PDP for you. From these ashes, we will rise once again. But now going into the issue, there's nothing wrong with our party. But I don't know if there's something wrong with the ousted chairman of the party.
And who is?
Ambassador Damagum. He's been ousted.
How?
You just said that he has been suspended from the party.
But he's not the only one that has been suspended.
Yeah, but whoever is suspended no longer functions.
So in your own view, right?
Yes.
How many people have been suspended by the party?
Well, the one that concerns me, which I think that concerns majority of Nigerians who are interested in good governance, is that Ambassador Damagum lacks the capacity. He has no demonstrable capacity to lead our party to any success. And it has shown from his record. So, his own member, and thank God the judgment that you just read, never said that his colleagues in the working committee has no right to suspend him. I didn't hear that from the judgment.
But,
let me make my point.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I didn't hear that from the judgment.
Yeah, but
his own members.
You have cherry-picked on the question that I asked.
No, let me finish now. I will go back to your question.
Yeah.
The members of the working committee, his own members, have said that he can no longer preside over them, and they have suspended him. So that is it. So you said that who has been suspended? There was a statement signed by Chinwe Nnorom, a staff of the party, claiming that Debo Ologbondiyan, Kamaldeen Ajibade had been suspended. So can you suspend our respected leader here, John Momo? Can you suspend him from office? I'm sorry for asking a question.
He's my employer.
He's your employer.
He's my boss.
Thank you very much. So how can anybody take a suspension letter from a staff of PDP to an elected, to two elected officials of the party? How can anybody take that serious? How can? He's not a member of the working committee. But he's not a member of NEC. He's not a member of the board of trustees. And These are the organs of the party. And he's issuing a letter.
The Deputy National Publicity Secretary had come out to say
the Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the party, the Deputy National Secretary of while we were in working committee, and I say this with every sense of responsibility, only the Deputy National Secretary serves directly in the working committee. Other deputies don't. So if the deputy national public secretary comes out to say something, did he attend the meeting? Did he attend the NWC meeting?
But the law of your party says that if you, for example, as you were the national public secretary of the PDP, if you were not available, suspended, or removed from office, your deputy automatically kicks in.
As a member of the national public secretary, as a member of the national working committee, as then national public secretary of the party, if I will be removed from the office, it is not a lazy staff of the party, not even the admin officer of the party will write a letter of suspension to me. It's not possible.
No,
I just ask you
what if the NWC instructed?
There is no instruction. There's no way. There's no way any chairman of the PDP who knows the onions, who has the capacity of leadership, would direct his staff to suspend an elected officer. It doesn't add up. It doesn't make any sense. So the action in itself is a nullity.
So if, for example,
there's no record in the PDP. There's no record in the PDP, and you can check this here. I know you have the capacity, in which a staff of the PDP will remove an... Okay, if you go to National Assembly now, can a staff of National Assembly remove a senator or a member of the House of Rep? Look, what is happening in this country is so disturbing because the values are being lost on a daily basis. People no longer treasure those things that we respect. And I don't know why. So
you imagine also that Debo and Ajibade that have been suspended by the party came around the day later, and they are also suspending the secretary and the acting national chairman.
I have established the fact before you hear that Chinwe Norom does not have the powers.
It was one who issued it.
It does not have any power anywhere.
But he's an agent of the party.
Wait now.
No, just a moment.
See,
just a moment. Just a moment.
Yes.
In the eye of the law, Chinwe is an agent of the party.
No, Chinwe, as an agent of as a staff of the party.
Yes, he's an agent of the party.
Can be asked to make communications because he's a director in the media department.
On behalf of the party.
Under the instruction of the National Publicity Secretary, he can be asked to make comment, to write something out, but not for Chinwe to issue a circular. Look, we are supposed to be running a party.
If
not
just a moment, for the sake hold on, just a moment, for the sake of our viewers who are watching, and the benefit of your service at the NWC of the party, naturally, if such a suspension were to take place, who signs it off, and from whose office does it come from?
So if such a suspension was to take place, the NWC members in their meeting will put that to vote, will take a decision, and it will be in the extract of the minutes of that meeting. And acting upon that, any member of the working committee will have been mandated to go out, since the public secretary was no longer there, not even the deputy, because he didn't attend the meeting.
Because he was naturally not a member of the NWC.
He's naturally not a member of the NWC. So what will have happened? Maybe the secretary, the national secretary, maybe the deputy national secretary, as the case might be, will go out.
Or as assigned.
As the case might be, even if it's assigned, as the case might be, will now go out and make the press call. These are just happened in the meeting. And we are telling you officially. Or even the secretary can do a communication to that effect.
But it can never come from any of the directorates.
A staff. Sacking an elected.
So it's an aberration as far as the administration of the party is concerned.
As far as the administration of the PDP, it's also clearly the caliber of people who claim to be taking decisions in the party. It just shows you what we are talking about, how based they have reduced this party to. You understand? It just shows you.
Your party is in trouble. If from what, if the leadership, you like to shy away from it, but the fact remains that if you have a driver who do not understand the terrain and the road, he ain't you in trouble and is the one driving you. The way you have described what is going on in your party, it does look like your party is in trouble. And that is because you're saying that if this is the caliber of people leading your party, who are running their, shows that there's a problem.
I didn't say so.
And maybe that's why the nation rejected your party.
No.
Because if I'm asking a question.
Don't let us go into
why
that.
are you vexed now, Kola?
You know it as a fact. You know what happened in the election now, and it has happened, and we have followed the procedure, and the procedure said no, you can't get it, and we have accepted our fate. But we say let us restructure to rebuild. You understand? Let us restructure to rebuild. But what are you witnessing in the party since Damagum became acting chairman?
What did Damagum do for you? Because you have been speaking against Damagum. Did he personally offend you?
You have asked this question the last time I came here. You even went for that to ask whether I wanted to be chairman. And I said I don't want to be chairman. And I'm still repeating tonight. I have no personal problem with the ousted chairman, Ambassador Elias Damagum. I don't have any problem with him. I'm not interested in his office. I have told him to his face, he himself. But I am concerned as a Nigerian.
What did he do exactly that makes you think that he's not fit to be the national chairman of the party?
No, it's not about being fit or not being fit. His own colleagues, did I remove him? Did I sign his suspension letter? Did I announce his suspension letter? No.
Let's analyze something.
You brought me here to come and speak.
All right, go ahead, please.
So it's not about me, Sheon. It's about what his colleagues think about him. They say he can no longer provide the required leadership. And I saw they are suspending him. How do I come in? You only ask me to come here to come and analyze the situation.
Absolutely.
So it's nothing personal.
Does it also mean that you are of the anti-Wiki extraction of the PDP?
Sheon, I don't believe in this pro and anti slogan. And I think I've said it on the platform.
For your narrative, narrative also follows.
Is it only Wiki that brought Damagum to office? I was watching Wiki on one of the programs we had with him, where he said that both Ayahu and both Ayahu and Damagum, that he was not responsible for them coming to the office. It was a program, maybe in an interview in his office or on this platform. He made it clear. So, is he the owner of Damagum? Is Wiki the owner of Damagum? Now you're not asking whether I am for pro or
no, but it has been established in some way
I'm not
that Ologbondiyan is an article in your disposition.
Thank you for this question. I will explain it this night, Sheon. People talk that, the disposition is towards article. My disposition is not towards Wiki. Please go and check when Wiki was campaigning, when he came to my home state, in Kogi State, whether I was there or not, whether I spoke or not. So when people come and say that, you are doing certain things for certain interests, it's always very funny to me. I am a committed member of the People's Democratic Party. And I know that the PDP, as created and designed by the founders, means well for Nigerians. And that's why you can't find me elsewhere. I have a commitment to this party. Some of us were foot soldiers when the party was being put together. I have eminent Nigerians who come from my own home state, who were at the funding level. And I speak about SB Awoni. I speak about General Jami Bewon. I speak about Tunde Ogbeha. So we related, we knew how this process was done. So it's not about whether I'm committed to one individual or not. I am committed to the People's Democratic Party in the interest of Nigeria and Nigerians. And I will stand always on the path of truth. Let's say you are a journalist like me. You know what truth means to us. So it doesn't matter. I cannot contrive anything. I was a member of the National Working Committee for 4 years. It is only our own working committee, without a change, that did a full term. I have a responsibility to that party. And if we are being misled or we are being misguided, I have a duty to say that this is wrong.
So under Damagum, you think that your party is going astray?
If it's not going astray, why did his own colleague remove him?
Let me ask you, let's analyze the order of justice that came from Justice Lifu's court. That order says that Damagum cannot be removed until December 2022.
I'm not
2025.
Sheon, I'm not a lawyer. And even unlike you, who is now studying law, I've not had the privilege of going to school to study law. But every constitution that we operate, every statute, including the Electoral Act, all the laws that we operate in this country are written in English. and I can read and understand. So I don't need a lawyer, except I have a matter in court for me to know. So there are plethora of judgments and rulings where it has been clearly stated that the court is not a manager of political parties. So court, except where fundamentally individual human rights have been encroached upon, the court cannot come and tell a political party that this is how you are going to function. But I want to leave it at that.
But where did they clear dispute put before the court? The court has
when you now say when
the
the court
duty to resolve such.
You are leading me to a path I don't want to do. You understand? But let me just say this: if a court now come to say that you must not sanction a member of your party, how do you explain it? If a court now says that we will tell you how you are going to hold your election, I don't understand it. Well, let me add this. Go and read section 47(6). I brought the Constitution here the last time that we spoke. I read it to you. It's clearly stated where the vacancy occurs. The executive at that level will produce a replacement from the area or zone which the predecessor comes from. I may not quote it verbatim, but this is what it says classically. And on the face of that, will the court now say that, I'm happy with a part of that judgment that we read. He said we should stand with our constitution. I think you read something like that. So if members of the NWC, which at any rate were not captured even in that judgment, now say that no, so you cannot, Damagum, you can no longer preside. So have they flouted any law?
Let me ask you, as it stands right now, when does the tenure of Vice President NWC end?
It ends in December 2025.
So that's what the court meant by it has to
the court cannot
see to the execution of...
The court can say what it pleases, but you know that there are levels of court. So if the trial court says this, and you know that what the trial court has said is not absolutely true, you know you have the right, you reserve the right to go to the next level.
But why is it difficult for your party to hold a NEC that will determine a convention or create a process by which Yocha Ayu can be substantively replaced?
Thank you very much, Seun, for that question. I want to plead of you. Please bring Damagum to this seat. Let him come and face Nigerians and answer this question. This is the third postponement of NEC until the Board of Trustees, led by Senator Adolphus Wabara, at their meeting yesterday, said that the NWC must ensure that this slated NEC holds, which is slated for October 24, there are succession of postponement of NEC. I don't know what the chap is.
But you wanted to speak at the last NEC. What happened to you?
Seun, you are not a member of the People's Democratic Party.
You'll be shocked or think some of us know.
Seun, you are not a member of the PDP.
But you know, I've been a political journalist for some time.
Oh yes, we cover politics together. But what I'm saying is this: since you are not a member of PDP, and I have not been mandated to come here to come and disclose what happened at NEC.
Is it right or not that you wanted to speak, but you were not able to speak?
I don't know. You know, you asked this question the last time.
But is it true or not?
You understand?
Is it true, true that you wanted to speak and you could not speak?
Whether it is true or it is not true, Seun, we'll leave that aside. The question now is that
the reason why I'm asking
Damagum's
Ologbondiyan is that
I've said that he can no longer be their chairman.
You have said that this matter would have been raised at NEC, and NEC would have resolved for the way forward for the party.
I've said that
the way forward, yes, you wanted to raise it. Yes. I'm saying, why did you not raise it?
Where?
At the NEC.
Leave NEC matter now. I'm not supposed to come here and come and be telling you what transpired at our NEC.
Well, you bribed not to say it.
Not to say what?
So tell Nigerians what happened.
Not to say what?
What happened? Why did you not
I'm your professional colleague, and we're entitled and we have abundant right to speak the truth the way it is, where it is required. at this moment, what you are asking for is not required.
All right, just before I allow you, because I know that you had some engagement, you just considered to be able to appear on this program tonight. What is the way forward from your own standpoint, Kola?
It's very clear. The colleagues of Damagum said it's not fit to be their chairman. So let the stakeholders, let the NEC, stakeholder, our governors, let everybody come together and design it, how to move forward. So let me give you a classical example. When we were going to leave office, it was a situation like this. Our chairman, Uche Secondus, had been suspended. And he obeyed that suspension and stayed back. And they say, we must leave office. And we took a decision among ourselves, those of us who were on the same path. And we agreed, Sheung, that this party was handed over to us to guide and to lead. Because as at the time, Secondus led us into the working committee. I'm not sure we had up to 10 states. We have been able to raise it to 14 states before APC came and hijacked one, which they stole, which is Imo State. So, and we decided that we will not break this party. We will not create a crisis. We will not create the kind of chaos that we are talking about now in the party. We will just hand it over to those who called us and gave us the party. And we handed the party back to the founders, to the leaders in peace. Look, why will the ousted chairman, Ambassador Elias Damagum, be running from court to court, be chasing after others, be carrying his own committee where he presides to court, be taking BOT to court, be taking... I've never heard of it.
It's interesting. Mr. Kola Ologbondiyan was the National Publicity Secretary of the People's Democratic Party and an advocate for change within the party. Thank you so much.
You are just looking for a tag. I'm just
looking for your trouble. No. Thank you so much indeed.
Thank you very much.
And I wish your party peace.
No, we'll come out. We'll come out of it. Yeah. I can assure you, and I want to assure Nigerians, whatever is happening now, it's just a moment. It's a momentary affair. It's a family affair. It's a family affair. We will resolve
since the days of Obasanjo.
We will resolve.
PDP crisis has always been a family affair.
We will resolve.
Thank you so much indeed.